Now, a massive, massive, massive bag has been dropped.
Oh, wow.
In the city of Seattle. Sam Darnold signs a 3-year deal worth close to $100 million. 30-something for Sam Darnold with the Seahawks per year. Still only 27 years old. He'll be 30 when this one's up, be able to do another deal if he continues to ball. There's a new era in Seattle with the Seahawks and McDonald, and Sam Darnold is going to be the one leading it as the quarterback. Obviously had a career rebirth in 2024 with the Minnesota Vikings, where he was on like a 9-year or $10 million deal. Now he gets rewarded for it. Schefter is reporting it's a 3-year, $110.5 million contract, including $55 million guaranteed. Whatever the case, congratulations to Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
2 years ago, this guy's dead, okay?
Yeah.
This guy isn't even in conversation anymore. Career's over. Bounces around from the Niners. Then he goes to the Vikings, and he becomes the player that everybody thought he could be. Had 2 bad games to end the season. So that made people wonder, are teams going to be gun shy? Are they going to think this is the same old Sam Darnold? Or are they going to think that this is the Sam Darnold that we were hoping for whenever he came out of college? Incredibly talented, wicked young, and with Kevin O'Connell was able to spin it all over the field. 14-3 record for the Vikings he led them to on a $10 million a year contract. Had Justin Jefferson, had Addison, had Hawkinson, had Kevin O'Connell. Out in Seattle, it's going to look a bit different, obviously, now without DK Metcalf, but he gets his deal, and the Seattle Seahawks now knock over the next quarterback domino that can lead into the next storyline of the NFL offseason, D-Bud.
I mean, this is obviously great for Sam Darnold and the Seahawks. And McDonald, I mean, we're all looking at the Seahawks like, okay, what the hell are you doing? Is this a rebuild? And now you mention it. Sam Darnold is going from a place where you had Kevin O'Connell calling plays, you had Justin Jefferson, you had Addison, you had Hawkinson, you had Jones behind, you had a good offensive line when healthy, and now you got to figure a lot of those things out in Seattle. So it's going to be a heavier load on his shoulders. So obviously we got to pay attention to how he handles that. This is great for him, and he showed maturity, he showed growth, played phenomenal, and then hopefully he's up for another bag before he's 30.
Yeah, I assume he probably will be. Aaron Rodgers has to get on the first thing smoking in Minnesota right now. I just looking at these highlights, first of all, it's a dome. So we're talking about Rodgers, who played in Green Bay and at MetLife, and we all know MetLife is the shittiest stadium in the entire world. And then when you think about Green Bay, awesome place, but it's freezing a lot of the times. If you put Rodgers in a dome for an entire year, I couldn't imagine what he could do. Yeah, Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, Aaron Jones, TJ Hawkinson. He's been on a lot of great offenses. That's the best one he's ever been a part of, if that were to happen. They have an established left tackle because Darisaw, although he did get hurt, they just broke him off. They have a legitimate offensive line. And then you just think about Kevin O'Connell. Like, okay, absolutely Matt LaFleur, amazing, play caller, and Big Mike McCarthy, amazing play caller. Whoever was calling plays for the Jets obviously stunk at their job. But again, they're still better than me. I don't know what the hell I'd be doing either, so maybe the exact same thing. But if you were to put him with KOC with Rodgers in Minnesota, it legitimately is one of those things where they would be better. And JJ McCarthy, like if we're talking about the future, sure, Danny Dimes, that'd be real cool. It'd be awesome. Him in Minnesota, show him JJ McCarthy the ropes maybe. But you put Aaron Rodgers in Minnesota, showing JJ McCarthy what the hell he's supposed to do with a football. Like, they could be good for the next 20 years with how good, JJ McCarthy could be watching a Rodgers in that offense, how it's supposed to work.
And some people aren't going to want to hear this, but Jordan Love says it in the documentary and openly says, like, Aaron was a great mentor, answered every single question. And obviously at this stage of where he's been, what he's gone through with that offense, I think those of us who know him personally are like, that would be exciting.
Just go.
That would be, because Kevin O'Connell, he told us, what is he looking for in a quarterback? Accuracy.
Yep.
Is all he said. Well, there happens to be a guy that's maybe the best ball thrower in the history of throwing balls available, and we're not sure and I've not talked. AJ might know more than us. AJ, what do you know? Is this?
I honestly don't know anything. No, but the more you talk about the Vikings, it sounds pretty good for him.
Yes, certainly. If you're Aaron, obviously. Now that there's contract stuff that has to be negotiated. Do you still want to play ball and commit to the entire mountain that is an NFL season, no matter where you're at, new home, new place, new city, new team, new everything? Do you want to re-sign that? I assume he's already made that decision up in his mind. And then it's like, what is best case scenario? Is it Pittsburgh with, DK and GP and Freiermuth and a team that wins always? And you could potentially steal a win for them with your talent, or 2 wins with them, maybe get 10, 11 wins, maybe 12 wins in this entire thing, get into the playoff, get in the dance. Who knows what's going to happen? You go to Minnesota, a team that was fighting for the number 1 seed in the NFC, home field advantage through the playoffs. It's like, if those are options, which we don't know, but that'd be fun if I was Aaron Rodgers. Just personally, that would be if I personally was Aaron Rodgers. That'd be crazy. I would never done the darkness thing.
No.
So I wouldn't be able to be Aaron Rodgers at this moment because I wouldn't have been able to go through anything in there. But with my ability and what happened those last couple games, like Kevin O'Connell can get you up to speed on where we're looking, who we're looking at. And then Aaron adding to that with Kevin O'Connell, both seemingly football savants in this entire thing. With Justin Jefferson just being on the team.
So good.
Who could end up being the greatest wide receiver of all time if things continue to go how they go. I mean, right now, he does have the most yards per game in the history of the NFL when it comes to a receiver. He's averaging like 96, and that is like 12 better than everyone else. So, I mean, it's kind of a layup. And really now it's only Minnesota, the Giants, which is just the Jets of the NFC. He's not going to do that. And then Pittsburgh.
Yep. And the Jets.
Yeah. And the Jets.
What do the Vikings want to do, though?
Yeah.
Do the Vikings want to do this, though? Don't the Vikings? I mean, I would imagine JJ wants to start this year. He feels like he'll be healthy by the start of the season.
We have not been told anything about the Minnesota Vikings situation. And Kirk Herbstreit's come on our program, and he said, hey, Minnesota Vikings, I know 14-3 with Sam Darnold, so there's going to be some catch-up that's going to have to take place, obviously, in learning NFL defenses and shit like that. But JJ McCarthy might make them better. He has massive faith in JJ McCarthy, not only like the quarterback and throwing the ball, but everybody around him in his leadership and the way he shows up and the way he acts. Not saying Sam Darnold doesn't, but it's like JJ McCarthy has been almost molded for the big moment. Like through high school, the guy in big situations. Straight into Michigan as a freshman, gets dropped into a team that goes to college football playoff. It's like he's got it, is what everybody says. So having him be the quarterback for this particular offense is the right move too. And I don't think Minnesota has said anything about whether or not it is JJ's time. I think a lot of us are just assuming because JJ didn't get a chance really last year to do much, maybe another year of kind of watching somebody work with an offense that's ready to go and then you take over or halfway through the year.
Sounds good.
Whatever the case, it's just like, that sounds like a dream scenario for the Minnesota Vikings to be in, and if Aaron Rodgers is going to play. Kirk Cousins, what's up with his situation down in Atlanta? Is that going to be talked about? Justin Fields, allegedly in Dubai, contemplating Jets or Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh Steelers in on Justin Fields, allegedly in on Aaron Rodgers. And now we know Sam Darnold with the Seattle Seahawks. Congratulations to Sam in Seattle. Geno Smith, formerly of the Seattle Seahawks, traded to the Las Vegas Raiders. It is now being reported with fact that Geno Smith turned down a very similar offer made to him that they just made to Sam Darnold from the Seattle Seahawks before he got traded to the Las Vegas Raiders. So that was reported over the weekend that he turned down a $35 to $40 million offer. And then now it is being reported that he did turn down that. And this is basically okay, we'll take this to Sam Darnold then. Geno with the Raiders. What's that, Tone?
Shefty just sent an update that it's a 3-year, $100.5 million. So the original reporting from Pelissero, I believe, was right. It might have been a typo from Shefty.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Tough day.
Well, they said just under $100 million. He's saying, actually, just over $100 million.
Yeah, but the one that we popped up was 110.
I agree, but NFL Network said close to $100 million.
Okay.
So, I mean, if we want to do counter jousting.
True, yeah. They're both wrong.
Yeah, but NFL Network said about $100 million it's 100.5. Price is Right still plays. Price is Right still plays. Adam Schefter busted out over top of it. 33.337.
5, 2, 1.
One per year.
Nailed it.
That's good money.
Yeah.
Great money.
Sam Darnold
From
making
10 to 30. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 years ago, I wasn't even playing.
Why didn't Geno want to be there?
I mean, I can see why he would turn that. Geno would turn that deal down. I would turn that deal down if I was Geno.
Once DK's gone, is that a big part of it?
Probably knew that was coming.
Lockett gone.
And, Geno has been playing good football for a few years now. Like Sam just had his 1 year where he's back, hit the market, get a bag, and Geno, he's a couple years older too, right?
Yeah.
So
he's a lot older than Sam.
And they haven't really invested in their offensive line, so it's like, all right, if I go mid-30s, then what are you even doing with it? Like, why not just give me 45? I'm out of here.
Geno's 34, Sam's 27.
Oh yeah, he need to be mid-40.